My name is Jan, I'm 22 years old and I'm happy with my life. For the duration of this video, let's assume that happiness is represented by a cake. In this case, happiness is not just the whole cake, so it's not either you're happy or you're not. Rather than looking at it as a whole, let's imagine that the cake is split up into different pieces. For me, there are 10 important routines that contribute a lot to my happiness. I will show you a typical day in my life so that you can see my most important daily routines. In the morning, I always get up immediately as soon as the alarm clock rings. For me, the beginning of the day is crucial. Getting up immediately gives me the feeling of not wasting any time in the morning. That's why I love it so much. I recently uploaded a video if you want to know more. After getting up, I have a small morning routine. It's mainly about gratitude. I take a few minutes to remind myself of the things I'm grateful for. A few examples are being healthy, having nice people around me, and living in peace. Afterwards, I start to work. Even though this point is quite obvious, following your passion is easier said than done. For me, quitting my job as a software engineer to pursue my dream of becoming a professional YouTuber was a big step. So far, I'm really happy with my decision. If the weather is nice, I often do sport in the afternoon. In my opinion, this is definitely one of the most important aspects of a happy life. I either ride my bike or go running or hiking. In the last year, I took more than 2.5 million steps. I'm very proud of that, considering that I work at home almost every single day. When I return from an outdoor activity, the first thing I do is take a cold shower. This is one of my favorite routines. Many people hate it, but I love it. The cold water makes me feel alive. Even on a bad day, it makes me feel at least a little bit better. I uploaded a video where I explain step by step how to approach cold showers. Check it out if you're interested. In the evening, many people watch the news on TV. However, I always try not to watch too much news. The experience I've made is that the majority of the news is negative. I found that the more often I watch the news, the more likely it is that this negativity spreads over to my thinking. That's why I protect myself from consuming too much news. I just don't want to start thinking negatively. I prefer my optimistic mindset. I know that this is not really a routine, but I wanted to talk about this topic as it is important to me. Instead of watching the news, I spend most evenings watching YouTube. In my opinion, long-form content is much better than short-form. That's why I use neither Instagram nor TikTok. I think this is actually a major reason why I'm happy. I don't see any benefit in scrolling through Instagram, considering that you spend only a few seconds looking at something before scrolling to the next post. However, on YouTube you can actually learn something if you watch a video for 10 minutes. Just try to delete Instagram and TikTok for a week to see if you miss it. After watching YouTube, I usually do some meditation. Towards the end of the evening, meditation is a great way to calm down. In a world with so many external impressions, it's very important to turn inwards for a few minutes every day. For example, it's only during meditation that I feel my heartbeat. And it doesn't need to be much. 10 minutes is already enough in my opinion. Another great habit is journaling. I think journaling is especially great for feeling more gratitude in life. I mainly write down the things I'm grateful for and things I can be proud of. Usually I do either meditation or journaling, but not both on the same day. The last major activity of the day is reading. Besides meditation, also reading provides an important contrast to the digital world we live in. I love the fact that reading a book allows you to have your own imagination and it makes you calm down before going to bed. These are the books I read this year, quite many as you can see. The bed routine is the final routine of the day. As I start my days with gratitude, I want to end them in the same way. Before going to bed, I always look at a few pictures. Over 1000 pictures on my phone are marked as favorites. Each picture shows a special moment in my life. By looking at some of these pictures before going to bed, I want to remind myself how privileged I am. These are my 10 most important routines. Now I want to show you 2 general approaches in life that are very important to me. The first approach is to seek discomfort. Leaving my comfort zone is something that I never regret. Every time I do it, I feel good afterwards. So it's definitely something I can recommend. The second approach is to maximize your gratitude. I know I already mentioned it, but I want to emphasize again how important gratitude is. In my opinion, it's almost a superpower because every time you're grateful for something, you are automatically optimistic. As an example, when I was in military, the food was not always that great. Many people complained, but I didn't. Why? Because I was grateful that I had food at all. So we were all in the exact same situation. Only thanks to gratitude I was able to be optimistic while many others were not. Before eating in general, I always try to remind myself that not every person on this planet has access to enough food and water. Of course, you can't always feel good, even if you are happy. With this video, I just wanted to show what helped me. A few years ago, I didn't feel too well, but these routines helped me to get back on track. Right now, I'm quite happy with my life, so I hope that it will help you too if you find yourself in a dark place. Consider to subscribe if you like this video, and as always, thanks a lot for watching, I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.